Greetings, fellow bridge lovers, and welcome back to Bridge Brawl. Today, we have a claw-in match between JynxieLiving and Bridgebabe530. Let me actually get up what we're looking at here. So if we go to the knockouts and the challenger bracket, it's this match right here. We will be seeing who is going to be playing Argos in the challenger bracket quarterfinal. Argos played against Bridge Overlord in the claw-in yesterday and dropped down to the quarterfinal here. So they didn't get KO'd. They just moved down to the challenger. They have less money that is potentially up for gain there. But yeah, that is what match we're watching today. This is a KO match, so it's a very fancy little format that we've got going on here. Very similar to a lot of the intensities that we created the other day. So the way that it works is you have 10 boards that you have to play, and you must beat your opponents. If you really want to win, just flat out win, you must beat your opponents by more than 7. By 7 or more. Sorry, 7 or more. If you win or lose by 0 to 6 imps, then it is a tie, and we will move on to tie breaks after the 10 boards. The first one is we will add another 2 boards, and if you still fail to defeat your other team by more than 6, 7 or more, then you are going to play another 2 boards. And if at that point you have failed to defeat your team by more than 7 or 7 or more, then we are going to be getting into the fancy little tie breaks, which are super fun. We have, firstly, the beer card tie break, which is whichever team has gotten the most beer cards. That is the 7 of diamonds. If you win the 7 of diamonds as your last trick when diamonds are not trump, and either you make your contract as declarer or you set the contract as defense, that counts as a beer card, and you will get bonus points. Not bonus imps, but those count towards the tiebreak, and whoever has the most beer cards on that tiebreak is going to win. If that is still tied, then we are going to the BAM. So, you know, this is like if, you know, if you got plus 620 and your opponent's got plus 630, 630 gets you a bonus BAM point, and that will potentially decide a match. And if we're still tied after all of that, and when I say tie, I mean that margin of 0 to 6, right? And all beer cards and all BAMs are equal. Now, chat, you get a chance to vote and decide who wins the match. So we will see how this one goes. The players are currently going right now. Once again, we've got JynxieLiving versus Bridgebabe. A little bit of detail about JynxieLiving is she and her dad are the captains of this team. They will go live and play bridge together on their live streams, and he's basically teaching her, it's very, very fun to watch and very heartwarming to watch. Brings me back to when I was just learning and playing with my grandma as well. So really, really sweet. Although the team itself is not the strongest, they got a bunch of collegiate players and friends from their local community, old folks home to come and play on their team. They're still having fun. They're having an absolute blast. I know that Jynxie was hyping up their team with a rap song this morning, which was hilariously fun. So yeah, they're in it for the fun, and we'll be giving out little tips in the commentary to help their team potentially get better. For Bridgebabe, well, this is Bridgebabe we're talking about here. She is the queen of YouTube and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram short form bridge content. She asks so many fun little questions, whether it be problems about actual bridge hands or just general concepts about bridge. She gets very interactive with all of her viewers, and she has created a team here full of her subscribers and all of her friends. And they are facing off here against Team JynxieLiving. So if you have not checked out either of their channels, look up twitch.tv/JynxieLiving. Her perspective should be live right now. It's not going to be Jynxie on there. Unfortunately, Jynxie is a little sick, but her dad is going to be showing off his perspective, and Bridgebabe is also live at on her channel, and she's going to be giving off showing off her perspective live as well. So Both of those have a 15-minute delay. They won't respond to you immediately, but they are there. So that is that. In commentary today, we've got Jake Milne, who is the face behind Jakery 2012. They just won their match in the Challenger quarterfinal. Let's show that off. There we are. They've made it to the semifinals and guaranteed themselves $130 US in their pursuits. And yeah, thanks for joining in for commentary, Jake.
No, thank you. It'll be good to see. It might be good to see some beer cards get played because there was 2 occasions last night that our team decided to wave them by. Fortunately, it didn't cost, but it would have been certainly a tough pill to swallow considering one of the other matches. I won't give a spoiler, but and one of the other results did fall to the beer card tiebreak.
I know, it was crazy. And also, we have the man behind the website. Bridge Brawl would not be happening without him. Isaac is here, also here for commentary. So welcome in, Isaac, once again. Partner in crime for Bridge Brawl. So thanks for joining in on commentary today.
Yeah, I was really excited for this match, especially because some of you may know, probably not that many, that Morgan actually was my team captain in U26 3 years back now. 3 years back.
3 years? Yeah. It was that long ago? Oh my God.
So before I played with Kai, I did play with Morgan actually in that. So that was a lot of fun. So I'm very excited to watch her play, of course, and to watch Jinxie as well.
Yeah. All right. So is Viewgraph up yet? I'm not sure. I'm watching the chaos unfold live. Hi, Laxi. Welcome in. All right. I'm going to stop sharing so that maybe...
I'm just checking to see if the Viewgraph's
in. There already are some very chaotic hands that are occurring.
Yes. Yes, they're playing on through board 1 just now.
All right, I'm going to stop sharing so that you can take over, Jake. Thanks, Laxi.
So we seem to have just missed board 1. We can take a quick look. Already there's been an 11-imp swing. 3-0 trump was bid, 3 diamonds from north, and a 3-0 trump overcall. Perfectly reasonable. It's always tough in these sorts of hands if you don't have any agreements over a 3-0 trump overcall. I know many people that play Stamen and transfers over 3-0 trump. However, if you're not exposed to this sort of thing and you don't have the experience playing over a preempt such at the 3 level, this can be really difficult. So unfortunately on this occasion, 3-0 trump was left and 4 hearts, I presume. We're about to find out. Yeah, 4 hearts was bid in the other room. There was no 3 diamonds opener by North. It's certainly an interesting first in green. It's the junior head on me, or the ex-junior head on me, says bid it, but yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I guess in this case, it came through. However, we'll move back to the live, and we can see board 2. Strong no trump from south, 2 clubs from north, 4 cards Stamen, presumably. Not expecting partner, hopeful that partner will show 4 hearts, in which case they do, and they're about to get a hidden surprise of a 5th heart. And then with 12 points, would you, with 3 blank aces opposite a strong no trump, Isaac, is that any interest in looking more than just game, or do you think that's just the junior?
I'm just catching up, but I don't think on this board there really should be that much interest in going beyond game. Part of it is both hands are fairly balanced. And I mean, yeah, I don't think you're making... well, actually, you are...
You will on the club lead,
yes.
But yes, I think on a...
Not even on a club lead, because you can set up the spade suit, because the 9 of spades gets pinned.
Of course, yes.
Oh, am I missing? No, I guess not. Sorry, the 10's still there.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. I think you might be able to pick up the spade suit for 3 winners. and we might actually see that on the play. But I also don't think that we're thinking that much about bidding slams, especially in this format, because in this format with the tie breaks, if you can just keep a close match, you've got a really good shot if you think that you're maybe going to outplay the opponents, get an over trick here or there. So I think that probably most of the players are looking to play a little bit lower variance here, especially on Morgan's team on Bridgebabe, and just trying to make sure that the match doesn't get out of hand for them.
Sure. Looks like that. So it looks like on the favourable club lead, this is going to wrap up 12 tricks quite comfortably. I have access. I don't have a secondary BBO account. I can jump over to the other table.
I'm monitoring on the side, but
sure.
Do we actually have the entries to pick up the spade suit? I suppose roughing a diamond, but I'm not 100% sure that we will see the spade suit picked up if we see another diamond lead here. Overtricks do matter here for one of the tie breaks for the BAM, and so if you're just trying to play middle of the road, which is what I would be doing here. Okay, so we do see this. Do we see a cover? Actually, wait. If you don't cover, do you get the overtrick? If you don't cover, it goes queen holds. Then you lead the jack. King covers the ace, and then you don't get the extra trick now.
If you play if the queen is held. Then if you play the 10 of clubs and pitch a spade, then you've still got the ace, and then you can play the ace of diamonds and cross rough.
Oh, actually, that... Oh, yeah, I missed that the club was set up, sorry.
That's all right.
Yes.
Board 3 will be, we'll both be.
Yes, by board 3, we will be present. And it looks like the other table is just there to start board 3.
It looks like 3-0 Trump was bid at the other table, so both in game, both making, so that's good. Couple of imps to the 9-card Trump fit on this occasion.
Yeah, in fact, we had 4 hearts plus 2 at one table on each of those first 2 boards, and we had 3-no Trump at one of the tables on each of those boards, but it flip-flopped.
Ah, okay. Nice.
Okay, so what are we looking at here?
4, 5, 12.
It looks like East-West have a wonderful, wonderful heart fit, but not very much going on outside.
No, and North-South seem to have game potentially in spades. Whether you want to be there or not, I don't know, but 12 opposite, 9, 10, 11, 13. So 25 high, 8-card spade fit. Unfortunate that they've got a 2 low opposite Jack Rag in hearts. But
that's a gutsy 3 hearts bid there.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't think we're going to see it punished. Yeah, that's not getting punished. But
no.
Do we think that North-South might overshoot here?
There's always a chance.
I think it gives. I mean, South with Doubleton Heart and a weak no Trump. You're just going to sign off on 4 spades now. How serious was? I guess you've taken out all the bidding room for North, but I think that it's.
Yeah, I don't think North has anything more there once they've bid 4 hearts.
No.
Now, I do see that you're going to lose 2 heart tricks and a spade trick.
Actually, you can. This can go off because you can lose a diamond rough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It probably should go off
by force. It's by force.
So...
And it even happens if West plays ace of hearts and then a low heart.
Yeah, that's still not an easy play to find whatsoever.
Well, it would be much. Yeah.
Sprinkle.
Well, I was just going to say it would be much harder to find if you had to underlead the ace of hearts the first time around. For instance, if it was a 3-1 break or something like that in hearts. But here, Ooh, well, now, yeah, there's
Well,
still a rough.
it's not going to cost. Obviously, yeah, not. I don't think Declare's going to play West for King 9X. The question is it right to play a small heart anyway? Obviously, the hearts are 2/2, but
In case partner has what holding? Well, the jack's on the table, so I suppose if partner had queen 10, but you do have the 10, so
Good
that's
play.
not going to be. Oh, this is a little scary though, because East has to find the diamond, and
yeah, if East plays back a small heart, then it's good night.
though if they play the Queen of Hearts, it's not over yet.
No, then we can play the 8 of Hearts, which I think
Right, and the 10 here is definitely helping. Like if that's a suit preference signal,
yeah,
Denny should play a diamond here.
And you know what? I think it's findable anyways. Ooh, we missed it here, but you've got North is the dummy, so they can see that they started with a 9-card fit with dummy. Their partner did lead the 7 of diamonds, but I don't think they've downloaded Jazz Plays Bridge's 7 of diamonds highlighter tool, because if so, they might have really noticed that lead.
They have to finesse the Queen of Clubs though. This is still not home. By playing a diamond and seeing the diamond split, the diamonds are now not running, so they still have to finesse the Jack of Clubs.
Well, actually, no. You've got two options. You can either finesse the Jack of Clubs, or you just can play on a show up squeeze, which works anytime because you know the diamonds are breaking that direction. Yeah, you can play through your trump first.
Yeah, both of these work.
East will get squeezed. Yes, they do both work.
All roads seem to lead to Rome.
Though that'll also drop if, for some reason, West started on 7 hearts instead of. Wait, did they start on 6? Yeah, they started on 6. So if they started on 7, which is very plausible, then East here would have 3 clubs. And you would be picking up a Queen Singleton at this point, Queen Singleton remaining of clubs in the West. So that is a strictly better line, I believe. It does pick up a very plausible scenario.
Yeah.
And we are seeing Morgan is playing through her spades first, getting that every little bit of extra chance.
Yeah.
And now the queen will drop as well. So this is
going.
But I did want to point out that line because it's a nice little extra chance that Morgan is finding here.
I don't think I would have found it. Wrongly. It's going to flatten the board.
It will, yes. I wonder what happened at the other table on the defense. They also found they were also in 4 spades. Yeah, and if we open up the history, we can probably shrink the history a lot. And if we close the table chat as well, then we can keep the history up.
Oh, my.
You just click the top bar of the chat.
Yeah, show chat. There we go.
There we go. Perfect. That works too.
There we go.
There we go. Now we can see everything a little bit more.
Other table. So they led a club actually.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that just allows the contract's now just home because you don't get the opportunity to set up the diamond draft. And also the Queen of Clubs has been found at trick 1. So
oh yes, and that resolves the clubs, so now you don't have the potential to misplay diamonds or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't think you were ever gonna misplay diamonds there. Oh, interesting. So
they did play so this can go off again because
here's the squeeze. No. Well, it can go off.
So sorry, I'm looking back at the other table. So at trick 2, Declarer played a diamond to the ace, which I think now still allows the contract to go off. And they played spade, yes.
I mean, the safety play there is actually just cash the ace of spades and then play a low spade across the queen, and you can even pick up a 4-1 break in West on that.
Yeah. Really, it's really difficult though for East to play West. Obviously, even if they do cash the 2 hearts, I think it's quite difficult for East to find a singleton diamond when they haven't led it.
Yeah, well, when they haven't led it, sure, but at the same time, North does have a 5-card diamond suit, so East does see a 9-card diamond fit with one of the opponents. But especially with South leading the diamond, you don't really expect that. You kind of expect shortness in the South hand.
Yeah.
So I do agree with you there.
Fair. Right, board 3. Wow, we South has got an interesting hand. North
And
South have got a
East
very
would
interesting
love to play in spades.
slam alert, I think.
I love the idea of North opening one spade here and then South just being like, "What? You can't be. That can't be true.
Partner, did you strike?
Are you lying to me right now?"
And you do lose a diamond trick off the top, but only if it's off the top. If it's not off the top, you don't lose it.
Yeah, very true.
So this is a slam alert, but what do East-West have? Okay, they have a heart issue.
They have a pretty good diamond sack though.
My other half tells me that all the time. I have a heart issue, but no. But yes, it looks like it's. I think it's actually going to be a world of pain for East-West if they do try and get involved. They're going to make they're going to make 7 diamond tricks. That's probably it. With the way the hearts lie. Would we have bid diamonds as East?
The question is, how many diamonds would we have bid as East?
Yeah. I would have gotten in there with a 3 diamonds call.
I mean, after
I would agree with 3. I mean, we're not too upset about missing a 4/4 heart fit. Partner hasn't ventured into the auction.
I mean, Spade Boyd also bodes well, but it also doesn't bode well. It seems like they probably have a very good shot at making 4 spades with this hand. So, I mean, if you bid 3 diamonds and somehow that gives them a problem, like if you bid 4 diamonds, right, they can just like bid 4, right? Because they're forced to bid 4. And if you bid 3, they have to choose between 3 or 4. And sometimes that gives people a problem. And I think that's what how 3-level preamps can be kind of underrated sometimes.
Yeah, I agree with that, though I will admit I was kind of tempted to say 4 diamonds.
Oh, no, Isaac.
But I think that you are right, that 3 diamonds. I think that both of you are right, that 3 diamonds is a much better call. And also, if partner happens to have a good hand with defense to spades, you don't want to bid 4 and leave the opponents with an option to double you if it could have just defended a game or a slam or something like that. But it does look like we are getting to slam on the basis of I am confident that 5-no trump is not getting passed out.
Well, 5-no trump has been described as 1 or 4, which is exclusion. Yeah,
we're doing an instant exclusion. Morgan's just like, get in there.
And she was disappointed to read only 1 key card.
Yeah, right. I mean, she was probably salivating over grand here in spades.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and
Jessica's probably thinking,
wait, the opponents had an 8-card heart fit. Maybe we could have caught them somewhere at the 2-level and doubled them. I mean, I don't think that would be a good enough score here to justify it. But yes, so does the declare have any problems? I mean, well, actually, what do you lead here? Hopefully you lead a diamond. I think you do just lead the king of diamonds. Ooh, the other table found 6 spades, actually. Ooh, that's wonderful to see.
Yeah, their auction went quite well. It was a 1 spade, and then South just bid 4-no trump, I believe. And they did get a 3 diamonds call here, but that did not sway South from keycarding, and they got the answer they needed, went to 6, because they don't know if this is the ace of hearts or the ace of diamonds, and confidently got to their slam.
Lovely.
Well done.
Like to see.
But we do see a heart lead, so we actually will see an over trick here, which counts for the BAM tiebreak.
And also an imp.
And I suppose I am jumping ahead to say that we will see the over trick, but I do think that it's fairly
likely now.
Conclusion, here, because you pull 2 rounds of trump, and you still have three left in the north hand to rough out the club suit. So even if clubs break 6 and 0. Still going to be making.
East very politely has Queen X of clubs to make it a bit quicker as well.
Yes. And now I think we will see. Okay, we are not claiming, but I think we will see a claim fairly shortly.
Yeah, I think once the Queen of Clubs appears, it'll be pretty short and sweet. Oh, they're just getting rid of the diamond first, making the claim Jake proof.
Is that a term that your team created?
Oh yes.
Oh no, Jake. The most embarrassing thing for me as a director is if I ever get a director call here on me in the fact that like I made a claim and I didn't state a line of play, because that's my number one thing that I say to everyone is you must state a line of play. I wouldn't be here if you didn't state a line of play.
Yeah, I've started even just at like casual bridge club meetings with the U of A bridge club, just because I find it entertaining when somebody doesn't state the line, and then I tell them, okay, well, this is what I see, so I'm taking these extra tricks back.
Right, and that's when you call the director. But if you are the director, then
or sometimes no, I usually make them state the line of play, and then sometimes it will the line of play will have forgotten something, so they did have all of it, but now that I make them state the line of play, it gives up a trick, and I hold them to it just to make sure that they understand that they need to state a line of play when they make the claim.
Yeah.
And the worst thing, and this has of course happened to me in tournaments, I don't know if it's happened to either of y'all, but where you state a line of play, you've forgotten some trumps out, and now you would have been able to adapt to it when you saw that ruff, but now you're stuck. And so now you lose like 4 or 5 tricks where you would have only lost 1. That's
Yeah. That's why I'm always so careful about stating a line of play now. I want all the tricks I'm entitled to. Thank you very much. Got another good 3 hearts preempt in here.
Yeah. Really puts. Do we think what's North South been spooked out of? They're gonna make. They would lose a couple of spades, a couple of diamonds. So 3 spades might make. How's 3 hearts going to get on? We're gonna lose a spade. We're gonna lose 2 hearts, and we're going to lose 2 clubs. So it's going to go one off. Good part score battle. Good putting 50 in the out column. I can't see us doing any harm.
Yeah. And sorry, I'm just checking at the other table as well. Yeah, they are also.
Do we get greedy? Do we get greedy here and try and finesse the diamond? Because it's the difference, I guess. If the diamond finesse holds, you can pitch a club.
Well, even if it doesn't, you can always play ace king ruff. Oh, I guess you can do a second round. No, I guess you don't have the entries to get back to pitch a club. So I suppose you could get greedy.
Well, a small man was sent to do a big man's job.
You're not vulnerable, though. So given that,
yeah, I mean, it's only 50s. I mean, it's not the end of the world.
Well, 100 could be a good score at BAM. That's the other.
Well,
thing.
yes, very true. Yeah, 100 still beating 110.
Exactly. So I don't think that it's right to take the risk here. And it looks like they agree. They don't take the risk, and they get rewarded doubly for it with the queen dropping. And so now they can pitch a club under the jack of diamonds anyway. Yes, South can ruff in, but it is with the king of hearts, which is a trick anyway.
Yeah, very true.
It's a very interesting situation here, and that was also pointed out by David Byrne in chat. Neither defender can ruff the 10 of spades without losing a heart trick. It's such a weird scenario.
Yeah, so you might actually sneak through the jack of diamonds if South chooses not to ruff with her king. I mean, she probably would, because it's the king and not the ace. And then you could lead the 10 of spades and pitch another club.
I think we could we could be about to lose 2 clubs now, though, unfortunately.
Yes, and
not guaranteed, of course. Spade return will.
But I think we'll see the club return just... Well, I don't know. Okay, so does South know that the contract is set yet? She doesn't, does she?
Well, she assumes partner's got the ace of hearts. So it's...
So then she just does not want to give up a trick here.
Yeah.
But okay, she does find the club lead. So she must have placed partner with the ace of clubs as well for that lead, because otherwise it could be risking giving up a club trick, which would be absolutely crucial to setting the contract. Ooh, that gives up a trick. Because now we get the club.
Now we can pitch a club.
And so that will be down 1, which
will
will actually be a push. Is that's what, the second push of the match? Yes.
Yes.
Nothing to see here. Flat boards, move on.
Yes, absolutely.
But an exciting flat board nonetheless.
Definitely.
Most are. If you can't find something exciting in a board, it's probably not the board.
Definitely. Not all 0-0 soccer scores or football scores or draws.
Oh, that is the most quotable thing. I love that, Isaac.
And so, as you can see here, a perfectly boring board in front of us.
Definitely.
Very funny, Isaac. Very funny.
4 hearts up 1 next case. I mean, how do we get there?
I mean, it's possible that you could also misplay in 4 hearts. You can also get an over trick. Ooh, there's a beer. There's a beer in 4 hearts.
I see a beer
from the defense. Yeah. But okay, 1 heart. Do you think 1 spade here, or do you bid 2 no trump?
I always like to show my heart fit when I've got it. With Game Plus, I mean, we're not really interested in playing in spades. At least if we can get the game force across the partner and the heart fit, we can work out everything else that we need to know on top of that. So I would be bidding 2 no trump.
And then assuming that they play splinters at the 3 level and don't play something a little bit fancier, do you splinter with the King Singleton? And do you downgrade your hand after you splinter? Okay, limit raise plus. So that's not game forcing, I assume, but I don't know what their response structure is here.
So playing a limit raise or better, we want to be accepting, don't we? I mean, we do have a King Singleton, but we have got 14.
I mean, King 10-3 of spades looks very good if partner has anything in spades.
Yeah.
We do, yes, have a 14 count as well, and distribution is pretty nice. I mean, we're 5-4-3-1, not 5-4-2-2. So yeah, even if we didn't make the king.
There's been a bidding mix-up. So South, I can only presume, is assumed that North's got a weak hand and 6 spades.
And now West has to pass here and let the mix-up go through. Good. Okay, so
I think that when you haven't bid over a heart first time, when you're vulnerable, had the colours been the other way around, then I may have considered a 3 clubs. But yeah, when you're red, I think you're just offering a penalty try.
Now, is there a chance for a beer though into spades?
Seems kind of tough when you have a 4-2 trump split.
True, but you do have 5 of the top trump.
True.
And I suppose you have issues in clubs, but you could potentially just play a low club through to the king right now, get that cleared out of the way, get some roughs in before pulling trump. You also need to set up the heart suit though, because you don't know that the king of hearts is on sides yet. So we might just see a heart to the jack before the king of clubs. That also opens up potential for the defense to ruff. Now, it doesn't work out here because the ace of clubs is not in the same suit as the heart length. But that was a very roundabout way of saying it's in the same suit, same hand as the shortness. But Declare does have some problems here.
Yeah, I would love to say it was the first time I played in my Moisian as opposed to my 9-card fit, but my bridge journal would dictate otherwise. I guess in hands like this, when you can see that there's a more optimal spot, you can see that you've got 2 diamonds, 4. If you play a club now, you're looking at 4 spade tricks, a club ruff, 2 diamonds, and the ace of hearts. I don't think we're too concerned about trying to push. I totally understand the BAM prospect in that, but when you're pretty sure that there's 420 at the other table, we're not going to get too upset about looking for the 140. I guess it's all about trying to preserve ourselves for the next board. And just making sure that there's a plus on the card, and then just moving on from there. I think
I appreciate pluses on cards.
Yeah, I mean the only thing that you could get out of this board is you can still. I mean, it's not going to happen here, presumably, but you can still play for the beer because that does come comes before the BAM tiebreak. So if you think that it might be a close match,
yeah.
You can try to get some diamond pitches from East.
I see that. So 480 was made at the other table. 4 hearts up 2. So that's going to close the gap down. I don't think it's going to quite bring it into draw territory, but still nice to keep it close after 6 boards. It keeps the interest up.
Yeah, that should be about a 6 or 7 imp swing here.
Yeah. So great effort from Team JynxieLiving. We've commented that they're here for the fun and perhaps a little less experienced, but certainly putting up a good fight.
Putting up a really good fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see them getting on the scoreboard on this hand, even though it's a little bit unfortunate here at this table that there was a bidding miscommunication, but I'm just happy to see they found that slam. They pushed on a slam board. That's really impressive. They've pushed on a game swing and they got here to the 4 hearts as well. And they clearly played it very nicely as well.
They saw that their opponents made a mistake and they capitalized on it. And
that's it. And also the scoreboard and the stats don't care about how it was earned. It's there. So and to win matches, you need to be pushing the slams and doing all the hard work. And sometimes you get a bit of luck. So yeah, it's definitely, they've had a great match so far. And yeah, we look forward to see what the next at least 3 boards bring.
Well, and also West did actually have a decision point here where they could have bid over that 2 spades. They could have shown their clubs. They could have tried to get into the auction, and very good call not to when you see that the opponents are a little bit off the rails. But if you're just playing a little bit too fast, I think some newer players definitely can make that mistake of not letting the opponents sit in their mistakes.
Yeah. So a diamond return will hold this to 8. No, 9. To West has to exit on the trump to not allow the club ruff.
They do allow the club ruff here. And you can try one last little tricky thing, which is leading the jack of diamonds here.
No beer, I'm afraid.
If you lead the jack of
We
diamonds
kept it for so long.
and you get a diamond pitch from east under a spade and a heart, then you could technically pick it up. But
yeah,
of course, then you would be giving up a heart trick. So you'd be giving up an over trick here. And we are going for that over trick.
So it's going to be 170. So it's going to be 310. So 7 out, 7 back.
Well, and look, we did see all of the diamonds disappear.
Yeah.
But the 7 of diamonds is already gone, and that might have gone into the decision there. Okay, so now the margin is exactly 7, which means one more imp for Jinxie would put us in tiebreak territory.
Yeah, so Bridgebabe confirming the thing that she assumed that her partner had a weak trump in spades.
Yeah.
These things happen. I have established partnerships that we have similar things. So, but yeah, it's all about just moving on, water under the bridge, and looking at the board. South has got quite an AC hand with a long suit. The suit's not the best quality, but still, I would be certainly putting my tuppence worth into the auction.
Absolutely. Now, there's a small problem on this board. You can't make 5 clubs because you are going to lose some spades and a club. And 3 no trump is very vulnerable to a heart lead.
Yeah. Would you have overcalled a heart as West? You don't really want a heart led.
You don't really want a heart led, no. And it's a very soft hand. I don't know. I don't think on this vulnerability. Oh, but we do see 2 hearts here from East, which now is going to allow West to potentially bid 4 hearts. And that it looks like that might be what happened at the other table. Now, 4 hearts went down 1 at the other table, and I think that is just how it goes. I don't think that you can ever set it more with the ace-king sitting tight there in the south hand. So, we see 3 hearts.
As what happened at the other table, which South then came back in with 4 clubs, which then sold out to 4 hearts.
Okay, so we do see that as
like
well.
We're having a carbon copy. Are our East-West going to...
Well, I think if anybody was going to bid 4 hearts here, it would have been West.
And they decided not to.
East I agree. I think that East, has done their piece with that's not going to go particularly well.
Well,
hopefully.
Yeah, you're gonna lose 3 spade tricks.
We're gonna lose 3 spades in a club, yes.
And it's the same in either contract that you play in. At least 4 spades is game.
True.
Fair, yep.
And we see the club lead. Now, it doesn't get you anything extra to ruff here on ace, queen, jack when the king of spades is not in the dummy. But for the first lead, you don't know that the king of spades is on sides.
Yeah.
So this makes a lot of sense as the lead initially. Though, of course, actually, to get anything extra here, you need 2 ruffs. Let's say that the king of spades were in south. Ruffing once wouldn't be enough. You'd still be losing 1 under the king. So is it maybe correct to look for a different lead here?
Sorry, I was having some computer. I think definitely, yeah. Potentially, it's. I think there's certainly a case to look for a different lead. I guess perhaps the if you don't want to lead the hearts, if you think that you're setting up a heart trick for a pitch,
I just noticed something.
What have you noticed?
If East there had played the Queen and Jack of Spades, pulling South's last trump, and then
They wouldn't get a heart ruff.
Heart, East-West would have all sorts of problems here because they now can't rough out that heart. They can't set up the club suit there because they'll lose a club trick and then they'll lose a heart trick. I mean, everything starts to go off. You could be looking at down significantly more than one here. In fact, is that not still a problem?
No, I think because you've still got 2 entries to the clubs.
I suppose you lead a club right away. If you lead a spade here, you have that same problem.
Yes. No, because you can get to the table on the King of Diamonds. You need to.
But if you haven't lost the King of Clubs, your clubs aren't set up. So if you
if they were not to play a club now, yes.
They take 2 spades, and they can they can actually take 2 spades, and even worse than playing a heart would be if they play a diamond, because now you're going to lose potentially 2 diamond tricks. Turns out it's only 1 because the 10-9 does act as a stopper and communication is gone, but we do see them setting up the club now, which is very important.
So with this, if this contract was to only go down 1, that would be another 7-imp swing to East-West with 4 hearts going down 1 double in the other room, which would level the match.
But a heart here, okay, club. And missing the Queen Jack 10, I don't think there's any reason to rough, because the rough will have to be, you know that they can always over rough and it will be high. So you just hope that the trump are distributed exactly as they are, that they're 2-1 and that they're roughing in the long suit, or a 3-1 even would be okay, just roughing in the long suit.
Yeah.
And so I don't think it matters what you pitch here, does it? You can just pitch a heart or a diamond. It doesn't really matter one way or another. Though I suppose you might pitch a heart because the 10 and 9 of diamonds on some holdings do act as an extra stopper if you didn't have the club set up to pitch everything, but you do have the club set up. Maybe you're worried about some 3-1 breaks. 3-1 breaks in trump would cause you some problems still. And that looks like a very clear dummy signal to me. Now, what they're trying to say by playing the 10 of diamonds, not quite sure, but definitely a dummy signal. Telling their partner something. Though practically it could be actually trying to hide information. I'm just not quite sure there. Okay, we are trying to pull trump. The clubs are all set up, so we are good to do this.
Okay.
Can the defense, do they have anything still? Maybe a heart out here. But no, I think it just doesn't matter, because the defense, defense is just going to play on clubs, let you rough in whenever. Fairly typical position. Play a club, pitch, and claim down 1.
Sorry, I'm looking at the comments, and somebody's trying to find the scores. Hopefully this helps.
I think it's just if you leave the history open, yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, that's perfect. Then they can see the scores.
Go beans.
Yeah, unless I'm missing something, but
no, they I've had a thank you. Makes me think there. No problemo. Sorry. So back to the board.
Yeah, I mean, here it is just a claim. There's nothing left to do. And this will, by the way, be another swing in the direction of JynxieLiving, tying up the match. And this is with 3 boards left to come in before the first overtime segment would start.
That's what we like to see. So East-West on board 8 have a lovely spade fit.
And a lot of heart losers.
They do. But
I mean, I don't think there are any making games here around the table.
3
North-South have a wonderful club fit though
6,
as well.
7, 8. Are East-West not just making 3 no trump? Maybe not on a diamond lead.
Well, on a
it's really tough to get there and it's tough to play, but I think I think you'll struggle to set up 5 winners, but
I also think it will come down to a guess. Let's say that it would 3 no trump in the West and North were to somehow find the lead of the 6 of diamonds. that would be.
I think Kai would be getting called to the table. No.
Hi. How can I help?
We get a diamond bid at some point, but yes. And that absolutely wouldn't happen after West's 1 diamond opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I do think that 3 no trump is working here for East-West. Those spot cards in the heart suit are going to work to prevent the defense from getting a 4th or 5th heart trick.
Yeah,
not to mention South can't really get on lead here. But I don't think we're going to end up playing in 3 no trump.
No, I think they're going to play in their more sensible spade contract.
Yeah, sensible, but unfortunately slightly doomed.
Well, is there like an argument to be passing to not be bidding game here? I mean, West's only got a weak no trump, so they've shown the 3-card spade fit, assuming partner's got 5.
And they do stop short.
I mean, with the 1 heart overcall on your right, East's hand probably is devalued with 10-9 to 4. I mean,
this still isn't making though, especially on the 2 of hearts lead, because you have Jack and then you have Ace King. Oh no! Sorry, my bad. Because
no, you're gonna lose 3 hearts and a diamond on
3 hearts and a diamond, and that is all.
Table.
Oh, but here you actually could find the underlead of the 6 of diamonds because you know that you need that extra trick. And so you need to force a guess onto the declarer. Now, the declarer should rise with the king. Why is that? Because the declarer never could have led the jack to begin with. They don't have the 10. They never could have played for queen on sides. And so when you're given that choice, you should stick with the original line. But North has this really interesting play here. They can underlead the 6 of diamonds and give the declarer an opportunity to play for queen on sides instead of jack.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder if they can find it though, because I don't know what the North-South discards are. It would be really useful if Morgan could somehow give Jessica a signal to say, hey, lead a diamond. But to me, it looks like she said, lead a club, don't lead a diamond. But that's only if they're playing the same discards that I would usually play, which is just, I like attitude discards. I know that's actually fairly uncommon to just play simple attitude discards. We do see a heart here. That's not going to do any harm, except that it does give up the opportunity to force a guess. And actually it gives up any opportunity of that, because now you can play club to the ace, cross back in spades, and pitch your diamond loser
pitch the diamond and the king of clubs. Yeah.
So this should now be making. Borchak in the chat is saying he was thinking about it, and he thinks bridge with the beer card rule is like chess 960 versus regular chess. A lot of the basics are the same, but this new rule is such a wrinkle that none of us are used to, that we miss some obvious plays since we aren't practiced with that. And I would say that that seems fairly accurate to what we've seen so far in this competition.
So it's another 5 imps, 140 and 50 to JynxieLiving.
Jinxie, yes. And that is absolutely incredible for them. They've been lagging behind a little bit in this tournament, but
just been saving it, getting the experience, having the good time, and then crushing it.
And this, I can't tell just at first glance whether this is a north-south hand or an east-west hand, so it might be a battle for who takes the contract.
I could give spoilers and say what happened at the other table.
Yes. I can see that spoiler. I mean, north-south do have a tragic heart fit. And I say tragic because if you look at that break, you're
feels like the tragic heart fit I had yesterday, when we ended up in a doomed 4 hearts. Fortunately, there was no double, no trouble, but
actually, I suppose 4 hearts on this one is not doomed because you have the perfect spots to pick up the heart, so you're only going to lose a diamond trick and those 2 hearts with the king of spades falling on sides. But
it's another 2 imps though. Oh, just one. Sorry, 660.
One imp. That would be 1 imp, which would still be in tiebreak range.
Yeah.
And I don't see them playing in 3 no trump here, though. I am curious to see how the other table got there. I suppose I haven't counted the north hand. Is it just a 1 no trump opener? Yes, 1 no trump, 2 no, 3 no trump. Very simple auction, very effective, and it got them an extra trick here. And I think that 4 hearts is just going to be a sign off. And given that, what would you lead as West?
I mean, the jack of clubs looks normal, doesn't it?
I do agree. The jack of clubs looks fairly normal. You don't really want to underlead the ace of diamonds or the king of spades. I might, if I was feeling a little frisky, try.
Well, I must admit, as one of my Brawl teammates and good friend of mine likes to say, it's time to be a hero, which occasionally pick the king of spades. But I think when you've got singleton heart, it's
Yeah, it's exactly what we were saying on that other board. You only want to tell your partner to give you a ruff when you actually want to ruff.
Yeah. And
plan to have a heart around to ruff later on.
Yeah.
Does this club lead actually give the contract some problems? Because once you pull all of the trump, if the clubs are, if you're out of clubs, you don't have a club stopper, but I suppose, oh yeah, no, I could see this having some issues.
The diamond switch helps.
The diamond switch helps because now
you don't have the threat.
Yeah, you're not going to have transportation. You're not going to have communication between the east-west hands.
Declarer has to not be lazy though with the trump pips. Obviously queen 8 X of hearts.
Though they can play low to the ace and then low back across. That works as well.
Yeah.
But if they lead the 9, they must run the 9.
Yeah.
Declare preserves entries here, which is actually really important. I mean, you only have 1 entry, so you might be a little bit worried about playing the spade suit. Because if they were to break 4-2 the other way with the king on sides, now I don't think you'd have enough entries to pick it up on this heartbreak. Of course, you're really hoping that's not the case. But when you see this heartbreak, that seems like a very real possibility.
Yeah.
And remember, the defense here was silent during the auction. So Declare is not really expecting that 6-card club suit. Ooh, that's a nice duck, actually. I guess you can't really duck the next one. But if you get another heart, you can simply exit a heart. And okay, yes. So the Declare is a little bit worried about the spade, starts on them early, and will pick them up. Does she continue another? Oh, sorry. She's on the wrong side. So perhaps.
Does she play a diamond and overtake it? I mean, you're then presuming the East had 3 diamonds all along, or 3 or 4 diamonds all along.
I mean, ace of hearts and a heart, and hope that East didn't just duck with the king of spades. I mean, you'd be down anyway. Yeah, ace of hearts. And I think she's got to play that last heart as well, because you can't risk that last entry getting roughed. If the diamond gets roughed, then you don't have any way to take that spade finesse. And now you do need to play. Is there any way to go wrong here? No, because you overtake the queen of diamonds with the king.
You now know the diamond position, yeah.
Yeah. You don't need to stay in the south hand to take the finesse twice. Is the key point here once you pitch the 2 of spades. And that'll be a pickup of 1 imp for JynxieLiving, which puts them ahead 6, which is 1 away from not being
still in tiebreak.
If they can get 1 imp in this last board, board 10, that would be the match. But if not, then it does go to tiebreaks.
Wow.
Bork doesn't like the tie breaks. Bork, get with it. This is how Bridge Brawl works.
It's 2026.
This is how Bridge is now. Are you not entertained? Did I script the event, Bork? Would you put it past me to do that? Yes, this whole thing is scripted. Every single card is scripted.
I have to admit, I was worried that the 7 imp win condition, that was too small and that we wouldn't see any tie breaks with that. I wasn't sure exactly where, like what the cutoff would be for where we actually see matches going to tie breaks. But it seems that the 7 imp margin, a lot of matches are within 7 imps so far going into board 10. Now, of course, we've only seen 1 get to beer card and BAM tie breaks, and none have gotten through to chat votes, which Kai might be hoping for. I will admit I am hoping that none of them make it through to chat votes. But
at least 1, come on. Just 1.
I would certainly feel a bit. But yes, like I said, not 2 minutes ago.
Well, you don't want to go against chat votes when you're playing with Pete.
It's your fault for not winning the match sooner at both teams.
Like that you don't want to be facing Pete with chat votes. I certainly don't want to end up in the chat vote one, because who wants to vote for the organizers?
You know what? I would not want to be Pete in a chat vote, because I mean, if Pete makes it all the way to chat vote, something's happened. He's failed to win the match in the main match, the first tie break, and the second tie break. I mean, there are some other teams that I wouldn't want to be, that I would not want to be reaching chat vote because I would not expect it to go my way. I don't know that he has much hope in chat votes if he is. I mean, his team is one of the strongest teams in this event, and I think it's hard to bet against them. But if it goes to chat vote, I would bet against Pete. I'm sorry, Pete. I don't think you're making it out of chat votes. But I could be wrong. Chat could prove me wrong there. And Bork is saying in chat that Team Bridgebabe has a good score here.
Yeah, so as we can see in the history, they've picked up 200 on the board. North went 2 off in 3 spades.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like North-South are going to be getting into this auction here. 2 hearts, yeah, unless you make, what is it? I think you have to make 7. You have to make 7 for this to go in favor of Jinxie. I mean, it can go in favor of Jinxie by BAM.
So this is quite interesting because West hand you can just shuffle and put back in the box because all of their playing power is wasted. So 2 hearts is actually quite a difficult contract with only 5 winners by the looks of it.
Yeah. Though, can the defense avoid giving you a club trick at some point? Or potentially, I mean, if it goes another spade here and then a heart switch, you never get that spade ruff, but you can simply exit a spade. Maybe you can pick up all 6 of the hearts somehow. I suppose not, because South will be able to ruff as soon as you're able to ruff.
Yeah.
Could you just pitch clubs? But then they stay on lead. They can pick up 2 spade tricks, and then they have to switch. So I do think you can take at least 6 tricks here. But I'm not seeing how you get to 7. So this could actually be a fairly big swing here. This could be a swing of as many as, is that 10 imps if it's 400?
Oh, yeah. Diamond switch. Not
diamond switch. Now I can see a few tricks for East-West.
Yeah.
Let me know in chat if you can spot them.
You can spot the trick. If you can spot the tricks?
If you can spot the tricks, let me know in chat.
Isaac, what a question. You're such a good streamer. But like we have to talk about the point of the diamond return. Like we're trying to cut off entries early. Like we're just trying to set this contract at this point. And by playing a diamond, if East happens to have a singleton diamond, you cut off the entries. You ensure that the diamonds don't run completely to pitch away all of the clubs and all the spades.
Yeah, I understand. If East has a singleton diamond, then your partner still has 2 diamonds, so you're still going to get a pitch from the East. But yeah, no, absolutely. Right?
It comes down to partnership agreement. But if East has a singleton diamond, are they not passing? I mean, you've already told partner that you've got the 2 clubs bid was good. You've told them that where 9 of your cards are. But I think when partner bids 2 diamonds, they've really said that they don't want to play in either of your suits. I think that with both I think saying the same. That I think that with East not passing 2 diamonds, I think it's a reasonable assumption, if not always the case, but there's a reasonable assumption that the declarer is void.
I do agree with that, actually. I agree because when you've got the potential to just sign off in a part score, if you know you're not going further, you should just stop as quickly as possible to avoid anything going off the rails, to avoid getting somewhere where you're doubled. You can always run away if you get doubled, but if you've already run away, good luck running. You don't really want to be looking to better part scores.
2 hearts is going to, well, a spade is played, then we can rough small, and because the hearts are then 2-2 at the end. That's going to get over roughed, but then there's nothing that can be done. Either on a club exit, North can't rough, or a heart exit, and then it's game over. So it's going to be 110 and 3 imps.
But 3 imps, yeah, 3 imps back, and that'll put us at a 3 imp margin. So that is tie breaks. That's very exciting, and I'm just watching the other table on view graph, and it looks like they haven't found out yet that they're playing on. But, well, of course, that's 15 minutes delayed, but they will be finding that out soon. They're all anxiously waiting and congratulating their opponents. I don't think any of them know what's happening here. I don't think either pair knows who's won, and but yeah, we're seeing some nice sportsmanship in the chat, which is good to see always. And
brings it back to with the kindness clause and the social aspect of the event. It's I completely agree. It's great to see.
Now I'd love to see ace of hearts rough here, or I'd love to see a club across as well. A club would have been a much better lead there. But as it is, it's just going to make. It could have made +1 a moment ago, though, I think, unless I'm.
I don't know. It could have went many ways, but at the end, it was +110.
It was making exact.
Yeah.
And now we will see them going on to the first tiebreak. And right now, how does the BAM stand? Where are we at in the BAM? And I'm gonna have to check this because even if it's
here. So Bridgebabe has got 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 each in terms of the BAM, and 2 push boards.
I don't think there have been any beer curds yet. Kai, correct me if I'm wrong on that.
We've seen at our table.
I haven't seen any beers yet.
Okay, so the teams are completely tied up going into this first tiebreak, except for 3 imps in favor of Jinxie, which
means them nothing.
A slight advantage. Yes. But yeah, this is the most tied up match we have seen yet at board. I might be wrong about that, but I think it is the most tied up match we have seen in terms of tie breaks and everything else at board 10 going into board 11.
So the beers are tied, the BAM are tied, everything's tied.
And in response to Bork in chat, the pushes are actually pushes. I just checked. They are pushes in BAM as well.
Yes, thank you. I didn't actually.
I had to double check that because you can win a BAM by 10 points, but that's no imps, but it is 1 point in the BAM. Fortunately, we have not seen too many pushes, so it wasn't that hard to count.
I did once in a BAM play in a 2-heart contract that the opposition should have been playing in 2 hearts, and they were at the other table, and we were -100 for 2 off, and they just made it for +110, and that was a point on the BAM. I wouldn't recommend, by the way. But
this is an auction, by the way. Do we think we'll see a reopening double here, sitting on 4 hearts? I don't know if we do.
No. I mean, I think I'd be more inclined to put 2 spades. Just because you don't have that shortage. You do have a level of playing power in spades. Your shoot quality is good. You've got an outside relatively decent 4-card shoot. You've got a void. But yes, I certainly wouldn't like to be to glaring 2 hearts as Bortox at it.
I mean, you would you also be considering 3 clubs here?
No, not with a 4-card shoot. I think I'd be more inclined to rebid 2 spades just to show partner that there's life. And and then see how they take it from there. But 2 hearts has been left.
And I do actually like that pass quite a lot.
Yeah, it's my most underused bid in my box is the pass card.
Mine too.
Which is why Bortok says it's a very normal pass. So there you go. I'm talking about how I would be continuing to bid on.
We've got the
partners don't trust my defense. That's why I declare. They don't trust my declaring either. But so what do we have here? So we have
an 8-card fit for the defense.
Yes. And we have a nice cross ruff potential.
Absolutely. And you can actually cash the ace of spades first. You do want to make sure that you cash those 2 club tricks at some point.
Yeah.
You can't cross ruff that far, though. Might it make more sense to try to set up a natural diamond trick? And the other question is, can you...
No, I think you potentially want to pitch a club here, because just in case West was to get lazy with the trump, you never know about the potential. Obviously, you don't know partners like Jack 10-4, but it's...
Well, even so, it does force the ruff with the 9, and you can only ruff with the 9 once.
Yes. So...
Interesting facts about bridge with me. You can only ruff with the 9 once on any.
We've got our bridge's very own Will Buxton in Isaacstone.
As it is, the Jack of Clubs is going to set up. Now, whether they'll find it, whether North will find it, and of course,
South will.
Okay, actually, this is wonderful, because now you get another spade ruff, which is exactly what you want. You want spade ruffs. You don't really want to ruff in the south hand. You want to keep,
because you want to be against the...
And so we see a ruff, and then we probably see the king of clubs now, and then a switch. We could see the 7 of clubs, because the 6 of spades was low. I think Jessica has a tough call here to make of whether she just cashes the king or goes for the underlead, but I think we'll see the king, because that is the setting trick, and as I have heard on the commentary streams, those are things that we take. But we could see an underlead. We could see an underlead.
Something I didn't do yesterday in my quarterfinal. I had a setting trick and decided to not tell partner about it, so I've still got it in my hand.
I have certainly been guilty of that a few times. There have been times when I realize, I've missignaled, and then I try to correct it with another signal instead of just cashing my trick before giving partner the lead.
Yeah. Oh, it's been there's been
3 diamonds west off 4 versus 3 hearts west off. How many do we think this is going off? We actually haven't asked that yet.
Well, you've got 4 tricks. 3. Are we gonna pick up a club ruff, ace of diamonds, ace king queen hearts?
Sure. Yeah. And 9 of hearts, yeah. So ace, king, queen, 9 of hearts, ace of diamonds. I don't know if you do actually pick up the.
That's
and the 2.
Do we think it trick 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trick 7? Do we think there's the king's been played from ace king? I understand, obviously, Jack 10-4 hearts. You're trying to protect. You don't want to trump shorten yourself. But I think that potentially it would have been the right thing to do to ruff.
Isn't it the same?
If you were to ruff, then you could fire out. You don't know partner's trump position, so you can. Oh no, there's no more.
Oh, you know, if we pull trump, then you don't get the. Oh yeah, you just lose a club. So a heart, a club, and a diamond. So you lose 3 tricks, so off 3. And I think that is exactly what we'll see now.
Right. And instead of getting a diamond trick, you get a heart trick if you rough.
Yeah, but if you rough it and play a club to partner's king, you get 2 heart tricks.
Right, but you don't get a diamond trick.
Yep.
And by the way, I just realized something that I completely missed, which is Morgan doesn't need to signal suit preference there in spades. Not really, not after having played the ace of spades on that first one. Oh no, sorry, never mind. It would just be about the queen. Yeah, no, she does need to signal there. I'm just getting turned around, looking at too many things at once. But okay,
My
so
heart
we do
is
see
racing
now,
so much, guys. This is such a match.
So it's
Yeah, I mean,
another 2 imps to Jinxie.
to Jinxie, and
Back up to
that's
5.
still a 6 imp margin, 5 imp margin, 5 imp margin. Yeah, I'm struggling to do math.
It's so crazy. You're
Well, my
struggling to
partner
do
tells
math.
me the same thing.
And oh, this looks like. Oh, I don't know what this looks like.
Also gives another BAM point to Jinxie as well.
Oh, true. Absolutely.
Eight card spade fit with the terrible break, even if onside.
So I think we'll see an initial pass, but what does North do in second seed? Because they could bid 3 clubs, they could open 1 club, they could pass.
I mean, when you're vulnerable, second in, you don't want to worry about the you're worried about a potential heart fit. You don't have any real values to be bidding. I would be passing as North.
You don't have any real values, but you are 6-4, so
yeah.
And third seat, you're coming in now with, okay, a diamond. Now you could overcall a spade here as West.
Yeah.
And I think I would, just to get something in. But we'll just see a heart here, and then as South, do you rebid 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16?
Well, do you rebid a spade, which is going to be... we're now rubbing our hands together as West, thinking, oh, glad we didn't do that. But...
Now, I'm not sure what methods they're using here, because North is a passed hand.
Would 1 no trump from North now?
I don't...
Constructive?
No. You could, yeah, you could bid no trump. You could also try 2 no trump. I think 1 no trump might be a little bit light. I mean, that looks like sign off to me, and you've got the club suit if it runs, but I suppose you do not have fitting cards for partner. With the king doubleton of diamonds, let's say partner had a 5 or 6 card diamond suit, you'd be really happy. But yeah, we do see 1 no trump. And do you think we'll see that passed around?
No, I think I would expect South to give that one just in case. Give it 2, and then with a 6 card club suit and a 9 count, I think 3 no trump looks like it's going to be hitting the table.
And by the way, I'm just glancing at the other table. The other table is in 3 spades in the South.
3 spades by South. That is a world of pain.
They had a very, very... there was a double... I think that there was a chance that South was intending to raise partners' clubs after they doubled, and they bid spades
so what
instead.
Is it?
I'm not sure.
So a 12 imp swing. So if 3 no trump was to make, I don't know if it will, but if 3 no trump was to make, that'd be 600. Oh, and 3 spades is going off.
And that would be enough. That would be enough.
Yeah, that would be enough.
So what do you have in 3 no?
Can you switch to the other table? People are asking what the option
yes.
is.
I can.
Yeah, we can jump over.
Yeah. Here we go. Here's the auction.
So we had pass, 1 heart by East. And
trying to get the lead in, 3rd in favorable. Not my choice. Well, not always my choice, but
ooh, that 3 spades bid a little risky, but I can see why it was made.
Yeah, they've got lots of points. They think they're trying. They probably assumed it was 4-string.
Wait, hold on a second. Look at the play really quickly. Is this down? Is this going down? They've already taken 6 tricks, which is a lot of tricks. That's more than I would have expected. What do they have left? I mean, the defense
They've got 3 club tricks. This is going... Oh, no, they've got a spade. Yeah, they're only going to get a spade rush.
And then they're going to play a hard out.
Wow.
6 tricks is like, I was just looking at the 6 tricks and I was like, okay, wait, what's going on with that?
Fred really brought his game today. Look at that. He made 3 spades in a 4-1 fit.
Going back to the other table, so they did find Thrino Trump.
So wait, actually, who's in danger here? Is this contract making? I do think it might be, because you can set up those clubs.
If this contract makes, that would be a 450, which would be 10 imps.
Yes.
So that would put it
and we would still be in tiebreak range, but now
would still be in tiebreaker territory. Yes.
But Team Bridgebabe would be ahead. We would still be tied on beers. We would still be tied on BAM.
Yes, we would. It would go back to 5 each. Yes. But
oh my heart! Oh my heart!
Making 3 spades on that 4-1 break. Mwah. We'll have to review that.
So chat, don't go anywhere, because right now, if they stay within 6 imps, going into the last
Bork, are you sure it's making?
I'm not sure this is making. If this goes down, I do think that would end the match. Yes, it would end the match.
It would end the match, and Jinxie would win.
However, there needs to be... They can't cash a heart.
They need to play a spade right now.
Yeah.
Wait, but yes, they do have to play a spade across, and a heart through is the only way to set it, because the declarer does have enough tricks established right now to just make the contract the moment they get on lead. So if we see a heart, if we see
it's game over.
A spade and a second spade, if we see a diamond or a club, anything, and it is not game over. If we saw it is hand over, but not game over, and with the BAM tied up with no beer cards at all this match, and I haven't really seen much in the way of beer card potential either, this very well could be that one match that goes to chat votes. So please stick around, because you may need to vote if we get to board 14 to decide the outcome of this match.
I have put the auction for board 12 is on the history for people to see. So this is just making 10 tricks now.
Yes, this is just 11 tricks.
No, the East-West have already taken 3.
Oh, sorry, 10 tricks. For some reason, I thought 10 tricks just sounds like game to me, and but we're in no Trump, so it's 9 tricks. Yes. And we're going from a 5 imp margin to a 5 imp margin, assuming that all of the math was correct. I'm going to trust that it was, because I cannot even count today. Not even just past 7. I can't even count to 3.
Never trust an accountant with numbers. Right, so we soldier on. 2 to go.
We've got in the chat somebody saying that they see board 12 auction and result, but they don't believe it. And there was no claim. So there won't need to be an adjustment for a bad claim or anything like that. It was played out to the last trick, I believe. Maybe that's not the case, but it was played out very nearly to the last trick. And yeah, 2 more boards to go in this match. We will be seeing a full 14 board set. This is the...
Getting our money's worth, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the second match that's gone to 14 boards. It's the 3rd match of 4 matches so far. Have we had 5 matches? I suppose we've had 5 matches. Yeah, a lot of these are going to overtime, and this is the second one that looks like it could even come down to the tie breaks. Now, I do see beer card potential on this board, though. if North-South can avoid playing in diamonds.
I think I would have overcalled the heart. Good quality suit, looking for the lead. Bidding over 2 diamonds feels a lot harder. With a constructive 2 diamonds being bid. But yes, it does look like they could be passing, could be setting up the opposition for a doomed game potentially. This board was passed out at the other table.
This board was passed out. Oh, so this will be a swing no matter what. I have not heard of a board where people bid and get less than 50 points. Now, oh, 2-no trump. If we see 3-no trump, this could be a big swing towards Bridgebabe if they can make this. Now, the king of clubs is off sides.
A heart lead surely gonna scupper that.
Yeah. No, a heart lead would leave you in trouble in a world of hurt, but we might not see a heart lead.
Yeah, they've managed to, yeah. I think it's more likely to possibly be a spade lead.
Spade lead, yeah, spade lead from west. And if we see a spade lead from west, a low spade, you still have the spade stopped, and you have time to play a low club across the queen, which I believe is the correct line here. You get 5 diamond tricks, 3 club tricks,
and a spade.
A spade, and maybe a heart or another spade. And so that will be a making 3-no trump. And
Isaac.
Yes.
What happened to the Bridgebabe Jinxie match disappeared?
On the standing, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I need to figure out the database structure. It is still there. I'm gonna have to debug that later, but it is still there somewhere in the ether because it was still showing up for me on the schedule page.
Yeah, tough, really tough to find the heart lead when you've got ace jack 5 spades.
Okay, I found
it. That was the schedule bug I was looking at a bit.
Yeah, it just moved it to an odd spot. Okay, I've got it.
Oh, I did? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Oh, shoot. Yeah, there's another bug. I'll try to fix that later. There we go. It should be back now.
I put it in. It's not live though yet.
Perfect. So yes, this does look like it will be a making 3-no trump, making plus something. You get the club tricks. You get a spade trick. I mean, actually, yeah, this is a beer. This is a beer. Because you get a spade.
It is, yes.
And let's see if they get it. I mean, they know they're in tie breaks. So I think they've got to be thinking about, okay, what happens if this goes all the way to the end? They don't know that the other table did not find 3-no trump. And there is still one board to play after this. So it's not over. And what's the line? I mean, you are a little bit worried about the diamonds, but yeah, so we see queen, king, ace. And then you play the queen of spades pitching a heart, or do you? Yeah, I don't think you're really looking for anything squeeze-like here. Maybe you pitch the 10 of diamonds instead, just to keep some extra options open. You are also looking for over tricks at BAM, and you don't know that the clubs break yet. So if you could potentially squeeze or pseudo squeeze the opponents in hearts and clubs, that would be a potential extra chance. potentially a double squeeze in hearts. Okay, so we don't have any ideas of squeezing in hearts anymore. There was potentially double squeeze ideas against clubs and hearts in the one hand, clubs and spades in the other hand, or a 3-suited squeeze of some form. But let's see if they can correctly time this to pick up the beer. It shouldn't be that difficult, but they do have to be awake. And so then I think, yeah, so they are looking for it, and we'll see 3 to the 8 and then the club up to the jack. And then when the 10 of clubs drops, we'll see the 9. Very nice timing though, because now you have a claim for the beer as well. And so yes, very nicely done by Morgan, picking up the beer as well, which will potentially make a difference here in the tie breaks if it does come down to that. Now, of course, for that to happen, Team Jinxie would have to make up some imps in this last board, in board 14. And I think at the table, Morgan and Jessica are probably feeling pretty comfortable right now. That was a beer card. That was a really interesting 3-no trump, but I don't think that there are any other contracts there that you really want to be in.
Yeah. And with now being 17 behind and an additional 7, there would need to be a 24 imp swing on the board, and with 140 in the other room, it's looking very unlikely.
No potential here, by the way, for Team Jinxie to pick up a beer card in this room. I just if you're looking at that, because Team Jinxie does not have the beer card. So as Jake was saying, they do need a 24 imp swing here. So I do think that this is going to be the match one way or another. Potentially decided on that beer though, if they can come back a few. Yeah, I suppose we should double check that there wasn't a beer in the other room. It looks like there was a claim, so there was no beer. No. We got in the chat. At the other table on board 13, it was kind of tricky to beer because it was a pass out. Yes. Maybe we should play those out as just goulash for the beer. Just, I don't know that that Bridgebabe would let us do that. So do we think that South is coming back in here in the auction? I think yes. I would just pass. Really?
Pass? I mean, you've got Singleton Club. It's partner could be wide ranging, I guess. Just not able to bid over 2 clubs. It doesn't feel too expensive. Yeah, I think I would probably double. I'm sure the chat will all pass and say that I'm overbidding again, but definitely I think I would be coming back in with a double.
Yeah, I suppose, and I suppose most people here would play that any bid by the north hand other than 2 diamonds would be forcing at least 1 round forcing, if not more, and that certainly does change things a little bit. I usually play negative free bids there, which makes it a little easier for partners to come in. But yeah, we do see this 2 hearts bid, and I suppose now you've shown your hand. I could be wrong, but yeah, okay. So now you've shown your hand. Does North come back in?
Well, the 5th heart.
They do not. Okay. So this could be... Yeah, no, I agree. The fifth heart is something, and you've passed already once. You've only made a bid on by force. You didn't have an option there. You needed to bid. So North hasn't really shown her hand at all. Is 3 clubs here? Does it have good chances? Because I see maybe 1 heart loser. You're mirrored. You're completely mirrored. You don't want to lead a spade. It looks like you're going to lose 2 diamonds any way you play it.
Yeah.
1 heart and 1 spade. And the question is, do you have to lose another spade? Or are there potentially some elimination ideas, some potential ideas to force a spade lead at some point? To either force a spade lead or force a rough stuff. I think this might be making.
If they make it, that's 250 for Team Jinxie, which is a 6.
It's just 6.
So
which brings it to 11.
So even if they do manage to make this, the match
it would still be a win for Team Bridgebabe. But
I think South can just keep exiting high spades, and I think they're just always going to come to 2 spade tricks.
But also, Team Jinxie is losing in the tie breaks after board 13 with the beer card.
That is true. After that beer card, Jinxie would have needed a lot of imps to win this, and that unfortunately there's no way in this part score battle they can do it.
Now, actually, the south hand is not... The spades are not frozen from the south hand. They're only partially frozen. So I'm not even sure that this does make...
Yeah, that's what Jake was saying.
After that spade lead, it's going to be a lot harder to make. What you do need to do is exit either a heart or play on diamonds early. I think you just exit a heart. Ideally, you would have won the last club in the east hand, in the dummy, and led a diamond through to try to get that cleared up. But... yeah, the last thing you want to do here is lead a spade, and now a spade lead by South will eliminate any chances of an elimination. Now, I do have to say, I feel a little for you, Kai, that this one didn't go to a chat vote, because I know you were very excited for that. But that 3-no Trump contract by Jessica and Morgan was quite a contract, very well played. I mean, the amount of consideration that went into both potentially getting an over trick and getting that beer card at the end.
I do think as a learning point for East West, I think it shows, as it was mentioned in the chat as well, but it was I think it was discussed live, that the significance of 1-level overcalls. And I think when you've got, if we go back to the board, it's got a ace queen 10 to 5, so a good suit quality at the 1 level. I think I would be sticking the 1 heart overcall in for nothing more. Partner may have support and may want to bid, and also if they do end up in 3-no Trump, then partner knows the correct suit to lead.
And we have Jinxie in chat, by the way, saying that she's so proud of her team. And yeah, absolutely. After this performance,
So are we. Taking it to the full 14 boards is a stunning achievement, and I think they can be very proud. Yeah, it's been great seeing them in the competition. It's been great to hear that they've had lots of fun and that they've been learning lots. And this competition wouldn't have the full round robin, wouldn't have anything without them. So a big thank you to them for taking part, and it's been fabulous to watch.
Absolutely fabulous. Yeah. And once again, this match was so entertaining to watch, seeing both sides doing some really, really, really good things. So amazing match. Well done, Team Jinxie. Even though you lost here, you guys should be so proud, because you've improved so much over the course of the tournament. So amazing work. And of course, we also do need to congratulate our winners here. Team Bridgebabe530 has prevailed after 14 intense boards and some 3-0 contracts that were just absolutely needed, and a beer card to ensure that victory. So, well done, Team Bridgebabe. You have made it into the quarterfinals. You're very welcome, Fred. I'm so happy that you guys participated. Amazing work getting a team together and playing so hard.
Yeah.
But yes, also, Team Bridgebabe, you will be playing against Team Argos in the quarterfinals of the Challenger bracket. So we'll be reaching out to you later, but awesome work.
I hear the winner of that match was quite an easy semi-final. I wouldn't know who that was against.
Oh no, Jake. I mean, they do have history. What? Lads,
well, I mean, I do know that Team Jakery won their quarterfinal, but they did have 0 beers. And if you actually look at the standings page right now, it does reflect that they had 0 beers. Their team had 1 beer. So especially with Team Bridgebabe having just taken a beer, and let me just go ahead.
Do they accumulate? That's not the word I'm going for.
They do not accumulate.
No.
That's okay. That's all right then. I might have had some VAR. I see there's some football chat going on. So,
but I do think that your team is going to have to either step up your beer game or get ahead before the tie breaks again.
Unfortunately, my teammates are very good with their beer game, but maybe not so much the beer card game.
Oh no! Oh no! Well, they have their priorities straight in their own way, so you know. I'm gonna hit the button and have the match finally published to the website.
I may have already hit that one.
How dare you? How dare
Teamwork, make dream work, Isaac.
Yeah. All right. So let's take a look at the standings. Bring the call back here. Show my screen. So there it is. Bridgebabe with their victory, 39-25. Such a close match after 14 boards. Bridgebabe moving on to the quarterfinals to play against Team Argos, who had just dropped down from the claw-in the championship bracket. So that's going to be another fun match. And then whoever manages to win this one is going to be facing off against Team Jakery 2012 up here. So yeah, everything's coming full circle. So you have an intense match to watch before you have to play against them. Are you going to be doing any research, Jake?
I'll be keeping an eye out. I'll be looking over those 14 boards and looking at the next 10 and seeing what we can learn.
What you can learn. Okay, good. I'm glad we're taking this seriously.
Definitely.
And keep an eye on those quarterfinal matchups. Remember, the quarterfinals are actually for money immediately, because if you win a quarterfinal, you will make, the moment you win a quarterfinal, you are going to be at least 4th in your bracket. Right now, 4th in the challengers bracket is worth, what is that right now? Sorry, I can't see it. It's $130. Winning your semifinal match would be worth $500 at the very least. And in the championship bracket, it's worth double that. So we've got some exciting matches coming up. And actually, the next match coming up is a claw-in, I believe. So there is no money immediately on the line for that match. But after that, most of the matches will have some money on them.
Yeah, and the next match that we've got coming up here is Bridge with Steve versus Bridge with Kai. Hi! We're going to be playing tomorrow in about 26 hours from now. There is no more Bridge Brawl live stream for the rest of the day. Yesterday was kind of an anomaly, having everybody scheduling on Saturday, which was great. But yeah, I think that's all we have to say. Once again, we have to shout out the players in this match. Go check out Bridgebabe530 on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. She makes so much outstanding bridge content, trying to engage existing and new bridge players. We also have Team JynxieLiving. Go check out twitch.tv/JynxieLiving. And I believe that she's on literally all of the other social media platforms as well. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube as well. So go search her up. Check in on some of their live streams because it is so fun to watch her and her dad playing bridge, as well as all of the other stuff that she would be doing on stream. So yeah, definitely go check out JynxieLiving. She's also the person behind all of this art. I need to show you all this because she pulled this out within, I don't know, a few days really. We've got the bridge with Steve one. I made my own and Music made his own, but all of these others have been made by Jinxie. So
don't look at mine. I was a lot thinner, and that picture is a bit older. I'm a bit thinner then than I am now, but.
So yeah, getting all that promotion, all the promotional stuff as well, have been using her art. So she's done more than just play in this event and make it fun. She actively helped us promote this event. So thank you to Team Jinxie. Yeah, what else do I have to say, guys?
I don't know, maybe pointing out the beer highlighter just one more time.
Yeah.
Make sure that no beer cards are missed. You can download it. Everybody can download it from the site. Just to make sure that you don't miss any beers in your day-to-day life. That extension is available. And
this is what I was able to see. But when somebody else tried to look at it, it didn't work. So it might only be available to captains right now. I'm not sure. But
this should be available to everybody. I did make it visible, but it's Chrome only. The extension does only work for Chrome.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so if it's like a Mac, it doesn't work. Okay.
No, it works on a Mac.
But you have to use Chrome.
Does it work on an iPad if it's through
Chrome?
Through Chrome.
I'm not sure. Okay.
Haven't tested it, but probably will.
On my laptop.
And of course, this is the creation of Jazz Plays Bridge. She made this in 5 minutes. She said she vibe coded it, and it's so much fun to have it on the screen. I just like, oh, look, the beer card. It's not cheating, okay? It's just a secret weapon.
Card I look for any deck.
Yeah, the most important card.
Asking if it works on other browsers, and the answer is possibly. Just look up how to add extensions to that browser. I don't know how to add extensions to other browsers. That's why the instructions are for Chrome. It very well might. I just don't know for sure. And I suppose one last thing is there is also the analysis board page, which is hidden for now. It is currently available to all of the team captains and commentators to use for any of their content now or going forward. If there is enough interest in it, I might be open to making it publicly available as well. So just let me know if you'd be interested in that, if you'd use it. We can make it publicly available.
I just love how I can move around cards so smoothly. It's so satisfying.
Yeah, and I've still got some updates to make it a little more useful as well, hopefully. But yeah, so if there's enough interested, this could be made publicly available. It does have Double Dummy plugged in, all of that. It's yeah, I just would want to see if it's useful. It would take me a little bit of work to make sure that the backend is set up to support more than just a few users.
And here
we all open 4 spades in the North Hand, of course.
And here is one of my favorite things is you can actually revoke and play out of turn.
Yes. And
so you can talk about director stuff too.
Yes. And because the part of the intent of this is to be useful for content creation. And I figured Kai would probably need that for director calls. Simulated director calls. You can do those with the analysis board as well. Anyway, so just let me know what the interest is in that. And if there's a lot of interest, I will try to make it available.
All right. Yeah, that's it. Once again, we also have to thank our commentators. We've got Isaac and the man behind the website. Huge round of applause for Isaac. We're going to be seeing a lot more of him. But thank you, Isaac, for coming in. And then, of course, we have Jake here, who's on Team Jakery 2012, who is the captain of Jakery 2012. There we go. Thank you. Give him some respect. And yeah, they're going to be playing in the semifinals when we see who wins between Bridgebabe and Argos. Yeah, congratulations again to Bridgebabe. Well played, Jinxie. It's time for us to sign off because we have been live for 2 hours on this match. It's been so much fun. Keep on Bridging, everyone. And we will see you tomorrow in 26 hours. That's not right. 25 hours for our match between Bridge with Steve and Bridging with